You might not realize it, but the kind of meat you eat after 65 could be quietly working against your health, raising your risk of heart issues, inflammation, and even memory decline. And here's the catch. Most people have no idea. Some of these meats are in your fridge right now. They look harmless, maybe even nutritious, but they can place serious strain on your kidneys, fuel joint pain, and cloud your thinking over time. And one in particular, it's often seen as a comfort food, but experts are now saying it's one of the worst choices an older adult can make so bad. They advise avoiding it completely, even once a week. If it's in your rotation, the effects could already be unfolding without you knowing. In this video, we're breaking down 3 meats every senior should stop eating, no exceptions. But don't worry. We're also sharing 3 better options, meats that actually support heart health, brain clarity, and graceful aging. Make sure you stay until the end, because the final meat on our danger list almost never gets mentioned, but it's one of the most damaging of them all. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 3 meats you should never touch. 1. Bacon. The silent killer hiding behind the sizzle. It's crispy, familiar, and for many, wrapped in fond memories of lazy Sunday mornings or big family breakfasts. But bacon, while comforting, may be quietly working against your health, especially if you're over 65. What looks like a tasty indulgence is actually loaded with harmful compounds that directly attack the systems most affected by aging: your heart, your brain, and your circulation. At first glance, it's the saturated fat that gets the most blame, and rightly so. It raises LDL cholesterol, clogs arteries, and puts unnecessary pressure on your cardiovascular system. But the real concern runs deeper. Bacon is preserved with chemicals like nitrates and nitrites, which are used to enhance color and flavor. Inside your body, these can turn into nitrosamines, compounds widely known to be cancer-causing. In fact, the World Health Organization places processed meats like bacon in the same category of risk as smoking and asbestos when it comes to causing cancer. That's not something most people associate with a few strips of breakfast meat, but for seniors, the risk is magnified. Our ability to repair cellular damage slows as we age. What your body might have once bounced back from in your 40s can now cause real, lasting harm. And when bacon becomes a regular part of your diet, even in small amounts, it begins to chip away at your internal defenses. It doesn't stop at cancer risk. Cooking bacon at high heat, like frying or grilling, produces something else called advanced glycation end products, borrajes. These toxic compounds fuel inflammation and oxidative stress, 2 of the primary drivers behind diseases like Alzheimer's, arthritis, and heart failure. Ages damage blood vessels, stiff joints, and dull memory, all while flying under the radar. You don't feel them building up, but the effects show in how hard it is to get up from a chair, remember a name, or walk without discomfort. What makes bacon especially deceptive is that it tastes like joy. It connects us to warm memories. It feels harmless, but behind the flavor is a slow, persistent toll on your health, particularly if you're already managing high blood pressure, diabetes, or kidney strain. Just a few servings per week are enough to raise your body's inflammatory load, and for older adults, the tipping point comes quickly. Despite what you might hear, there is no safe amount of bacon for seniors. Each bite may be small, but the damage is cumulative. And it's often not until much later that the consequences reveal themselves, when joints ache more, stairs feel harder, or heart trouble appears out of nowhere. The hard truth: bacon isn't your friend anymore. But it's not the only meat playing tricks on aging bodies. There's another one, common at barbecues and lunch tables, that pretends to be the healthy choice, yet it carries risks just as serious. Now, let's move on to point number 2. 2. Processed meats. Convenience that comes at a life-changing cost. It's easy to see why processed meats have found their way into the daily routines of so many older Americans. They're fast, they store well, and they take little to no preparation, something that matters when you're living alone or don't have the energy to cook from scratch. A quick ham sandwich, a hot dog, or a few slices of deli turkey might feel like a simple solution to a busy or tiring day. But underneath that convenience is a reality many don't see until it's too late. Processed meats, including salami, bologna, hot dogs, sausages, and most packaged cold cuts, are preserved in ways that make them dangerous to aging bodies. They're loaded with sodium, packed with chemical preservatives like nitrates and nitrites, and often smoked to enhance shelf life and flavor. But these very methods also introduce toxins into your system, compounds that quietly inflame blood vessels, raise blood pressure, and burden your organs in ways that don't always show up right away. For younger individuals, the body may manage to process and eliminate some of these harmful effects, but for seniors, whose livers and kidneys are already under more strain, these toxins build up over time. The World Health Organization has gone so far as to classify processed meats as cancer-causing, linking even small daily portions like 2 slices of deli meat to a significantly higher risk of colorectal cancer. And that's just the beginning. Seniors already face declining kidney function, weakened cardiovascular systems, and increased vulnerability to inflammation. Add the excessive salt content in processed meats, and you're creating the perfect storm for swelling, high blood pressure, and worsened heart health. What makes this more concerning is that many of these products are labeled as lean, low, fat, or healthy, tricking well-meaning consumers into thinking they're making smart choices. But a turkey sandwich made with cured deli meat isn't the same as one made from freshly cooked turkey breast. Even more troubling is that many seniors rely on these products for comfort and ease. But that convenience can come with a steep cost, foggy thinking, worsening fatigue, and an increased risk of serious illness. In the long run, the few minutes saved preparing a meal might end up taking years off your independence. Avoiding bacon and deli meats is a step in the right direction. But there's still one more type of meat seniors should think twice about, one that appears indulgent, is celebrated for its flavor, and often served rare for aging bodies. It may pose unexpected risks. Let's explore it next. 3. Rare industrial red meat. The flavor that fights your future. For many, biting into a tender, medium rare steak feels like a reward, something rich, satisfying, even celebratory. It's often tied to good memories, hearty family meals, or the sense that you're treating yourself. But once you're past 65, the impact of that indulgence may be more serious than it seems. Red meat, especially when it's not well cooked and comes from mass-produced sources, can quietly put added stress on some of the most vulnerable parts of an aging body: your heart, your joints, your mind. As we get older, our bodies naturally slow down. Digestion becomes less efficient. Our immune response isn't quite as strong. The heavy load of saturated fats and dense proteins found in conventional red meat becomes more difficult to process. putting extra strain on key organs like the liver, kidneys, and colon. And when that meat is eaten rare, the risks go even higher. Harmful bacteria like E. coli or listeria may still be alive and well, posing a serious infection threat to seniors whose immune systems are no longer as resilient. But foodborne illness isn't the only danger. The bigger issue may be something you don't see or feel right away. Inflammation. Red meat is high in arachidonic acid, a substance that promotes inflammatory reactions throughout the body. That might not be a big deal for a younger person, but in older adults dealing with stiff joints, poor circulation, or memory problems, it can quietly make everything worse. You might notice your knees hurting more, your energy dipping, or your thinking getting foggier and not realize your dinner could be part of the reason. How you cook your steak matters. 2. Charring, grilling, or pan-searing at high heat creates toxic compounds like HCAs and PAHs that have been linked to an increased cancer risk. This is especially concerning for seniors, whose cells take longer to repair and whose digestive systems are more sensitive than they once were. Then there's the iron content. Red meat does contain plenty of iron, which is often promoted as a benefit. But as we age, our bodies can struggle to regulate that iron properly. The excess can build up and trigger oxidative stress, damaging cells and increasing the risk of conditions like heart disease or neurodegeneration. If you're aiming to protect your mobility, clarity, and vitality, it may be time to reconsider that steak habit. What feels like a source of strength could actually be quietly draining you over time. But don't worry, not all meat is bad news. In fact, there are 3 protein-rich foods that can actually help restore balance, strengthen your body, and support your aging process gracefully. We'll explore them next. 3 best meats that seniors should eat. 1. Wild-caught salmon. The meat that thinks for you. There's a quiet kind of power that lives in the sea, and few foods carry it with the grace and strength of wild-caught salmon. For older adults navigating the slower steps of aging foggy memory, tired joints, or energy that doesn't quite bounce back, this isn't just a delicious fish on your plate. It's nature's prescription. Wild salmon brings more than just taste. It delivers real, restorative support to the systems that matter most as we age: the brain, the heart, and the body's ability to move with ease and comfort. What makes wild-caught salmon especially beneficial is its rich supply of omega-3 fatty acids, particularly EPA and DHA. These are not just healthy fats. They are vital compounds that help protect cognitive clarity, mood stability, and cardiovascular resilience. Decades of research, including findings from Harvard and the American Geriatric Society, show that seniors who consume these omega-3s regularly tend to experience slower brain aging, improved emotional health, and even better sleep. It's a rare combination of mental and physical support from one natural source, but the benefits don't stop with the mind. Salmon plays a major role in protecting the heart. Its healthy fats are known to help lower triglycerides, reduce blood pressure, and keep arteries supple and strong, all of which reduce the risk of heart attacks and strokes, conditions that disproportionately affect those over 65. While other meats may stoke inflammation in the body, salmon helps cool it down. This is partly thanks to astaxanthin, the antioxidant responsible for salmon's beautiful pink color. It's one of the strongest natural defenders against oxidative stress and cellular aging. What's just as meaningful is what wild salmon doesn't contain. It's free from added hormones, excess sodium, and the kinds of heavy fats that burden aging kidneys or lead to digestive distress. That makes it a safe and nourishing option for seniors managing chronic conditions or taking multiple medications. The texture also matters: tender, flaky, and easy to chew. It's ideal for those with dental sensitivities or swallowing challenges. Whether you bake it with lemon and dill, or simply steam it with herbs and olive oil, salmon fits effortlessly into a wholesome routine. Eating it 2 to 3 times a week isn't just a health recommendation, it's an act of self-respect, of choosing a food that aligns with your body's evolving needs. And while salmon leads the way in supporting brain and heart health, there's another protein source that works in a very different, but equally powerful way. It's lean, easy to find, and surprisingly restorative, especially for aging muscles. Let's dive into that next. 2. Free-range chicken. The gentle strength behind resilient aging. Sometimes, the most effective choices are the ones that feel the most familiar. In a landscape filled with complicated diet trends and ever-changing health advice, there's something quietly reassuring and deeply nourishing about turning to something as simple as chicken. But not just any chicken. We're talking about free-range, naturally raised chicken, prepared with intention and care, for older adults looking to protect strength, energy, and independence. This isn't just comfort food, it's smart nutrition in its purest form. Free-range chicken offers a high-quality protein source that's not only easy to digest but critically important as we age. After 65, the body naturally begins to lose muscle, a condition known as sarcopenia. This gradual loss can lead to unsteadiness, slower recovery times, and reduced mobility. Chicken provides the complete set of amino acids your body needs, especially leucine, which is key to maintaining and rebuilding muscle. And because chicken is lighter and leaner than red meat, it's much easier on older digestive systems and gentler on the kidneys, an important factor for seniors managing chronic health conditions. But the benefits go well beyond just protein. Free-range chicken is a quiet powerhouse of micronutrients. It contains vitamin B6, known to support neurological health, stabilize mood, and promote restful sleep, 3 things that become increasingly precious in later life. It also delivers zinc to strengthen the immune system and niacin to help the body convert food into lasting energy. These nutrients don't just support daily function, they create a foundation that helps older adults stay active, mentally alert, and emotionally balanced. The way the chicken is raised matters too. Free-range birds are allowed to move naturally, eat a more varied diet, and develop without the interference of artificial hormones or antibiotics. This translates into cleaner, more nutrient-rich meat, free from the residual chemicals that can burden an aging body. In contrast, factory-farmed poultry may contain additives and stress byproducts that are harder for seniors to process and eliminate. Even how chicken is cooked plays a role in how beneficial it is. When roasted, stewed, or lightly grilled with wholesome ingredients like olive oil, garlic, or rosemary, chicken becomes a healing meal, easy to chew, easy to digest, and full of gentle nourishment. That's especially important for seniors with dental concerns or trouble swallowing, who still need protein without discomfort. In the bigger picture, free-range chicken might not be trendy, but it's a nutritional anchor, dependable, supportive, and easy to fit into almost any meal plan. It doesn't just fill the plate, it fuels the body. Yet, there's one more meat that deserves attention. It's less common in everyday diets, but incredibly rich in nutrients that support brain function, cell repair, and overall vitality. Let's explore it next. 3. Grass-fed beef liver. Nature's multivitamin for the aging body. It might not win any awards for elegance, but grass-fed beef liver stands as one of the most powerful foods in the nutritional world, especially for older adults. At a stage in life when energy wanes, focus drifts, and the body becomes more vulnerable to wear and tear, This humble cut delivers something rare, deep, cellular level restoration. For seniors seeking to reclaim their strength and mental clarity, beef liver isn't just a meal, it's a deeply nourishing ally. When sourced from responsibly raised, grass-fed cattle, liver is loaded with essential nutrients in their most natural, bioavailable forms, something supplements often try to imitate but can't truly match. Just one small serving contains an impressive supply of vitamin B12, a key nutrient for nerve function, memory retention, and emotional stability. Many older adults suffer quietly from B12 deficiency without realizing it, chalking up brain fog, tiredness, or low mood to just getting older. But sometimes, the problem isn't age, it's depletion. Liver is also an excellent source of heme iron, the form of iron most easily absorbed and used by the body. That's particularly important for seniors dealing with anemia, poor circulation, or chronic fatigue. Iron helps transport oxygen to the muscles and brain, fueling stamina and sharpening mental performance. And liver doesn't stop there. It contains preformed vitamin A retinol, which supports immune function, improves skin regeneration, and protects vision. 3 key areas that often decline with age. Beyond those headline nutrients, beef liver offers an impressive array of supporting cast members: folate for red blood cell formation, choline for brain and liver health, zinc and copper for immune balance, and CoQ10 for mitochondrial energy and cardiovascular resilience. All of these compounds work in synergy to strengthen the systems that naturally slow down over time. Because liver is so potent, moderation is key. A small portion once or twice a week is plenty to deliver benefits without overloading your system. When prepared properly, lightly sautéed with herbs and onions, gently incorporated into stews, or turned into a smooth pâté, it can surprise you with both its richness and its satisfying depth of flavor. For seniors who feel like their spark has dimmed, their memory has softened, or their recovery takes longer than it used to, liver offers a real, tangible way to replenish what time has worn down. It doesn't just support health, it helps rebuild it from the inside out. Still, as powerful as beef liver is, it's only part of the equation. Knowing what to avoid on your plate is just as critical, because sometimes one poor choice can quietly unravel the progress you've made. So before we wrap up, let's pause and remember, true wisdom in aging comes not only from embracing the right foods, but from letting go of the wrong ones. The price you pay, what you choose to eat after 65, isn't just about flavor or habit, it's about how you age. Each forkful either builds you up or slowly breaks you down. Not with fireworks, but with quiet, steady changes that take hold over months or years. The meats you add to your plate can either energize your brain, strengthen your heart, and keep your legs moving, or they can leave you feeling drained, foggy, and increasingly dependent on others. And the real danger, it doesn't always show up on a lab report. Sometimes, it's the heavy feeling in your legs, the brain fog that doesn't lift, the sudden need to sit down after a short walk. These are the silent consequences of poor choices made day after day. By the time most seniors realize what's happening, the damage has already set in. And while healing is still possible, it often takes far more effort than prevention would have. That's why even small changes today can make all the difference tomorrow. You don't need to flip your diet upside down. You don't need to sacrifice the foods you love. What you need is a little more intention, a little more awareness. That means steering away from meats that work against your body, those loaded with preservatives, chemicals, or saturated fats, and leaning into ones that support healing: wild fish rich in omega-3, free-range poultry with clean protein, and nutrient-dense organ meats that replenish what aging depletes. These choices aren't about following trends. They're about tuning in to what your body truly needs now. Aging well isn't about perfection. It's about consistency and care. And food is one of the most powerful tools you have. Think of every meal as a chance to reinforce your balance, protect your memory, and stay mobile. Because eventually, your daily habit become your long-term health. The good news, you're not alone. Many others are walking this path with you, learning, adjusting, and choosing to age on their own terms. So, let's hear from you. Have you changed the way you eat in recent years? Are there certain meats you avoid? Or others you swear by? Share your story below. We'd love to learn from your experience. Every comment helps someone else feel seen, understood, and supported. If you found value in this video, let us know. Comment 1 if it resonated, or 0 if it didn't. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more honest, supportive content made for seniors who want to thrive. Thanks for being here. Here's to living not just longer but better.